We are always glad you can join us. I am with Greg Engert, beer director for the Neighborhood Restaurant Group, a James Beard Award nominee. The group includes Owen's Ordinary up in North Bethesda, in Georgetown, The Sovereign. Greg, it's great to see you as always.
Great to see you too.
Well, what do we have on tap this week?
This week we have a beer from the amazing Hill Farmstead Brewery up in North Greensboro, Vermont. A brewery that is often called, and rightfully so, the best brewery in the world. And the beer that we're drinking is under their Grassroots label, and it's called Brother Soigné.
Won't put you to sleep.
Oh man!
But not too tart either.
It's perfectly balanced. Yeah, I mean, it's Sean Hill and Hill Farmstead have been doing basically everything right since 2010 and 11 when they started, and they really are they're masters of many styles. And one of the ones that they really were the progenitor of is this mixed fermentation kind of saison farmhouse ale style, as they call it, a farmstead ale. And this is a style where you're utilizing multiple strains of Brettanomyces or and then ale yeast, sometimes bacteria like lactobacillus. Sean is very coy about his exact blend of yeast, but it's a mixed fermentation beer that gives you just this most refreshing dryness. It's 5% alcohol, and it's got a bright, refreshing tartness to it for sure. And this is augmented and accentuated by the addition of hibiscus lime and blood orange to this beer. But again, everything is in its right place. None of those flavors pop out and would make you think that. It's all the flavors are subjugated to the whole, and it's amazing. It's a beer originally brewed in collaboration with Luc from formerly of Dieu du Ciel, and Luc Lafontaine of Dieu du Ciel, and they did that back in 2013, but they continue to brew it every now and again at Hill Farmstead in Vermont.
So the greatest brewery in the world, huh? Yeah, you're the greatest rock and roll band in the world. Beatles, Stones, John Bonham, Keith Moon.
Yeah.
You're gonna get.
Well, one of the things that's so interesting is anybody.
Someone has to take the mantle and run with it.
This is Rate Beer, of course, is and they also mix fermentations. They do IPAs, amazing pale ales. They started doing lagers. I visited last summer and drank incredible pilsners and lagers up there. It's just seemed, they do dark ales really well, barrel aged beers. They just seem to do everything at the top of their game. And since they've won the Rate Beer best brewery in the world award all years but one. And this was the brewery where people first started really making pilgrimages in the U.S. So, and they would come from overseas. They would travel there. They'd wait in line. Now, thankfully, they've expanded just a little bit, and they have just a little bit of extra beer, which they send down to the Neighborhood Restaurant Group from time to time. So we're very thankful for that, and they're great friends of ours.
Don't get me wrong, I was never disputing it. What would you pair it with?
I mean, the greatest thing about this beer is just how versatile it is. I mean, the limey kind of tartness to it reminds me of salt, like Mexican food. We could do it with salsa, fish tacos, shrimp fajitas. You could do it with just simply prepared fish, and it would be a squeeze of lemon. So if you did just like a simple red snapper, codfish, would be really cool. I've enjoyed this with Thai food. I think that the acid component, like a squeeze of lime, is really good. You could do it with Vietnamese pho soup. Kind of anything you want, really.
Call me crazy, and you never have, but you've probably thought it. After trying it, I thought about turkey, cranberry sauce, gravy, and mashed potatoes. Is that just nutso? I don't know. That popped into my mind like the pill that one of the kids ate at in the Willy Wonka's chocolate factory.
I think.
I'm way off the track there.
No, I don't think so. Not necessarily. I think the only thing I think might not work as well as the mashed potatoes part, just because I think they might be a little bit unctuous and might bury this a bit. But like cranberry sauce in this,
the tartness,
be great together. Yeah, and then they could open up the turkey for sure.
Well, try that in November. Very nice, Greg. Thank you as always. Everyone, please always do drink responsibly and be sure to bring your thirst next time. for another beer of the week.